Have you ever heard those stories, about someone who's just so incredibly skilled at something, like almost unbelievably good?
Yeah, like a level of mastery that just seems, well, almost beyond human.
Exactly. Today we're doing a deep dive into exactly that kind of legend, drawn from some really fascinating ancient Indian texts you've provided. Our focus is a name you might have heard, Savyasachi. It's not just any name. It's deeply connected to Arjun, the famous archer from the Mahabharata.
A truly iconic figure.
Right, and our mission today is to explore why he got this unique name. What does Savyasachi actually mean? And what are the, frankly, incredible stories behind it? We want to give you the core insights from these sources.
Sounds great. It's a rich topic.
Okay, so let's jump right in. Savyasachi. It definitely sounds powerful. But what's the actual meaning packed into that name?
Well, it's quite revealing, actually. If we break it down, look at the Sanskrit roots. The first part is Savya, S-A-V-Y-A.
Savya.
In ancient Sanskrit, Savya fundamentally means left hand, or, the left direction. And this isn't just some later idea, it's ancient.
So literally left. Not just a metaphor or something.
No, quite literally left.
No.
We actually see it used this way back in the Rig Veda, one of the oldest texts we have.
Wow, that far back. Yep.
There's a specific line mentioning neither the left hand nor the right hand, clearly using Savya for left. So the concept is ancient, embedded in the language.
Okay, so that's Savya left. What about the second part? Sachi.
Right. Sachi, or sometimes Sachin, this comes from the Sanskrit root sak, S-A-C-H. And sak basically means things like to practice or to accomplish, maybe even to do together.
Practice, accomplish.
So when you put Savya and Sachin together, Savyasachi essentially means one who has mastered their left hand, or perhaps more accurately, importantly for Arjun, one who can perform equally well with both hands. Ambidextrous, basically.
Okay. That's the key point, isn't it? Not just left-handed, but equally skilled with both, like complete ambidexterity.
Precisely. It points to this incredible balance, physical and mental, not favoring one side, but total mastery over both.
Which is, yeah, that's pretty extraordinary. Do the scriptures back this interpretation up?
Oh, absolutely. They leave no room for doubt. It's not just us breaking down the word. The texts themselves confirm it very clearly.
Okay, so that linguistic meaning gives us the what. But like you said, the real impact comes when we see it confirmed in the scriptures. This wasn't just, a nickname people made up.
Exactly. It's documented.
So where do we find that proof? Where do the texts say, yes, Arjun could do this?
Right. And this is where it gets really compelling. We have some very direct evidence. First off, and maybe the most powerful piece, is Arjun saying it himself.
He actually states it.
Yes. In the Mahabharata, specifically the Virata Parva, he says something like, both my hands are equally capable of drawing the string of the Gandiva bow, and that's why gods and humans call me Savyasachi.
Wow. Straight from the source. That's incredible confidence, isn't it, to just declare that ability?
It really is. It's first-hand testimony. It shows this name wasn't given lightly. It was a recognition of his, unique physical skill. But it doesn't stop there.
Oh.
What else is there? Well, the name gets acknowledged by Lord Krishna himself. In the Bhagavad Gita, a hugely important text.
Right, of course.
In chapter 11, Krishna directly addresses Arjun as Savyasachin. He says, "Oh, Savyasachi, you be merely an instrument."
He calls him Savyasachi in the Gita.
He does. And think about that this isn't just casually using a name, it's the divine, Lord Krishna, acknowledging Arjun's incredible skill and bravery in that crucial moment. It adds immense weight to the title.
Yeah, that's a huge endorsement.
Yeah.
It definitely elevates it beyond just a description of a skill. It's like a divine recognition.
Exactly. And just to sort of round it out, we also have later scholarly validation. Adi Shankaracharya, a very famous and respected philosopher.
Oh, yes, I know the name.
In his commentary on the Gita, his Gita Bhashya, he clarifies the term too. He basically says, one who can shoot arrows with the left hand is called Savyasachi. So this understanding is consistent from Arjun himself to Krishna to later scholars. It's pretty well sealed.
Okay, that's really solid evidence. We know what Savyasachi means, that incredible ambidextrous skill, and we know it's confirmed right there in the core texts by Arjun and even Krishna. So the next big question, the one that really brings it to life, is how? How did he become Savyasachi? What kind of, I don't know, training or dedication or maybe even divine help led to this? These origin stories must be fascinating.
They really are, and our sources give us two main storylines that explain how this almost unbelievable skill was developed. The first one goes back to his training with his guru, Dronacharya. Arjun's dedication, even as a young student, was apparently legendary, just completely focused.
Right, he was known for that singular focus, wasn't he?
Absolutely. He lived and breathed archery, but there was a catalyst, something that pushed things even further.
What was that?
Well, Dronacharya had promised Arjun he'd make him the greatest archer in the world. But then, Drona became aware of another young archer, Eklavya.
Eklavya, the tribal boy who taught himself.
Exactly. Eklavya, through sheer self-discipline, practicing on his own, had achieved a skill level that arguably surpassed Arjun's at that point.
And Drona saw this. That must have been a shock, considering his promise to Arjun.
It was. And it seems to have spurred Drona to push Arjun even harder to ensure his promise was fulfilled. And Arjun, while he met the challenge head-on, he undertook this incredibly intense practice routine.
Okay, so what did that involve? More than just shooting arrows all day, I assume.
Much more. The sources specifically mention something quite extraordinary. He started practicing archery in complete darkness.
In the dark? How would that even work? You can't see the target.
Exactly, that's the point. It forced him to rely on sound, instinct, muscle memory, and almost, intuitive connection with the bow and arrow. Imagine the discipline, the mental focus required for that.
That's almost impossible to imagine. Was that common, or was this Arjun pushing the limits?
It seems it was pretty unique in its intensity. This wasn't just about physical skill anymore. It was about achieving this peak state of physical and mental balance,
Right.
internalizing everything. And it was this relentless practice, day after day, night after night, in the dark, that forged that ambidextrous ability. Using both hands equally, perfectly, without needing sight. It really shows what extreme dedication can do.
Okay, so that's the human effort side, pushed to the absolute limit.
Yeah.
What was the second story you mentioned?
The second narrative involves the divine. It's the famous story of Arjun's encounter with Lord Shiva, sometimes called the Kirata Arjun episode.
Right, where Arjun does penance to gain powerful weapons.
Precisely. He undertook incredibly severe austerities to please Shiva, seeking divine power for the coming war.
A classic element in these epics seeking divine aid.
It is. And Shiva, well, he decided to test Arjun. He appeared before him disguised as a Kirata, a tribal hunter.
Ah, a test from a god in disguise.
Yes. And what followed was this fierce, long battle between Arjun and Shiva, who was hiding his identity.
A battle with Shiva himself.
Wow, indeed. And here's the crucial link to Savyasachi. During this intense fight, Arjun's ability to wield his weapons effectively with both hands really impressed Shiva.
So the skill he developed through all that practice, it showed even when fighting a god.
Exactly. It demonstrated a mastery that went beyond normal human limits, proving his skill under the most extreme pressure imaginable. Shiva saw this dual-handed prowess.
And Shiva was pleased by this.
Immensely pleased, not just by the skill, but by Arjun's determination and devotion during the penance and the fight. So Shiva revealed his true form and granted Arjun what he sought. He gave him incredibly powerful divine weapons like the Pashupatastra, and also blessed him, essentially calling him an Aditya Yoda, an unmatched warrior.
So it's like the human effort built the foundation, the intense training, and then the divine encounter recognized and sort of consecrated that skill.
That's a great way to put it. It's this blend, forged through almost superhuman dedication, then acknowledged and blessed by the divine. Both aspects seem crucial to the legend of Savyasachi.
What an amazing combination. Human will pushed to its limit, meeting divine grace. Okay, so we've seen the meaning, the proof, the how. What about the lasting significance? Why is this name, Savyasachi, still talked about? What does it really symbolize beyond just being good with a bow?
That's a really important question, because Savyasachi isn't just a name for Arjun, it's a truly unique title.
Unique how?
Well, based on the classical texts we have, it seems no other character in the entire scriptural tradition is explicitly called Savyasachi.
Really?
No one else.
Not according to the available evidence. It makes the title incredibly exclusive to Arjun. It sets him apart from every other warrior, no matter how skilled they were.
So it wasn't just a skill he had, it became part of his unique identity, like Dhananjaya or Gudakek.
Exactly. It's one of his defining identifiers. It points to something only he achieved, but it also symbolizes more than just the physical ambidexterity. What else does it represent?
It's seen as a powerful symbol of several things. His unparalleled skill, obviously, but also his incredible determination, that firm resolve we saw in his training. And crucially, it also points to his connection with the divine, the grace he received because of his efforts. It represents that meeting point where human potential, pushed to its absolute peak, touches the divine.
Human effort meeting divine grace. That's a really profound way to think about it. It's not just about technique, but about total commitment, mind, body, spirit.
Absolutely. And that leads to what I think is the enduring universal message here. The story of Savyasachi tells us something powerful. It basically says that when someone dedicates themselves completely, utterly to a goal, they can achieve things that seem impossible. They can make the impossible possible.
That's a timeless message, isn't it? It goes way beyond ancient battles. It's about focus, discipline, believing you can achieve something extraordinary. Wow, what an incredible deep dive that was. We've gone from the roots of the name Savyasachi, seeing what it literally means, to the solid proof in the scriptures.
Including Arjun's own words and Krishna's acknowledgement.
Right, and then exploring those amazing stories. The intense training in the dark, the encounter with Shiva, it really paints a picture of extraordinary human effort meeting that touch of divine grace.
And it's more than just an old story, isn't it? It really makes you think about dedication, about potential. What does it actually take to reach that kind of level? Do we maybe underestimate what's possible with real focus?
It definitely makes you wonder. So maybe a final thought for you listening to this. As you think about Arjun, the Savyasachi, consider your own life. If there's some impossible skill, some goal you have that might just become possible if you brought that same kind of, well, dual-handed, unwavering dedication to it. What part of your own potential is just waiting to be truly mastered?
Something to ponder.
Definitely something to ponder. We'll leave you with that thought until our next deep dive.